Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith, and today I am talking about The Bug Collector by Rath James White. What a wonderful cover this book has. It's just a little tiny book, and I'm getting lazy in my old age. I'm just going to read the back cover copy for this book. First of all, it says, "Trigger warning!" 3 exclamation points. This is a Rath James White novella. Joey has a very unique paraphilia that has ruined his health, destroyed his once handsome looks, and made him an outcast, a pariah. Now, this horrifying fetish threatens his very life, placing him in the hands of a profoundly disturbed and angry woman with a serious grudge. From the twisted imagination of Rath James White comes a tale of extreme horror, extreme violence, and revenge taken well beyond the extreme. There's your nutshell, essentially. And for the too long didn't watch folks, I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. I liked it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm holding Rath James White to too high a standard, because this is as enjoyable as it was. It didn't measure up to my favorites from Rath James White. Now, do I go over this long trigger warning? Well, let's see. It lists, I'll do this. It lists 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 things in the trigger warning. Now, some of these, I believe, are a bit tongue-in-cheek, such as bad parenting, but some of them straight up trigger warning. Yes, The Bug Collector, Rath James White. This feels like something that grew out of something that Rath would have used in the gross out contest at the whichever convention it is that has the gross out contests. It starts with considered a prologue? Prologue. And the prologue feels absolutely like a piece that Rath would have read at a gross out contest. And then the story carries on from there. So, did this for the gross out contest. Hey, let's expand it into a story. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that's what it feels like. Because this is an incredibly gross story. Not that I have a problem with that. He has a short story collection. I don't even know if it's available anymore, called Sloppy Seconds. That's all his second place gross out contest stories. And this has that feel. But we meet Joey. I don't even remember exactly when we learn that that's his name. But he's already his once handsome looks have already been destroyed. But we meet him, we learn a little bit about him, we get some incredibly gross stuff, and then he is, I'm trying to avoid spoilers, so just going with what's on the back, he is eventually placed in the hands of a profoundly disturbed and angry woman with a serious grudge. And so it is while he is being held captive by this woman that he gives us his story. We learn all about him, his paraphilia, which is bug collecting. And I'm not going to, if you don't know what it is, 'cause I didn't know what it was. If you don't know what it is, I'm not going to tell you. Maybe you can figure it out, or maybe you need to read the book to find out what it is, or you could look it up. You can Google it. Hopefully there won't be any pictures. So yes, he's basically giving his life story to this woman who has taken him captive for a very personal reason. Um, and so it's an interesting story, and it goes into some crazy, grotesque things, which I'm not offended by any of this. I have no problem with it, but it doesn't. It doesn't necessarily. It doesn't have the story arc or necessarily the character growth that we normally see in the best of Wrath James White. And there's there's a sense of potential consequences, but I don't know that it is as compelling as the best of Wrath James White. It's well written. It's interesting in that over the top, extremely gross, disgusting way. And Wrath is a fantastic writer, and he does write some compelling characters, some compelling stories. This doesn't, in my opinion, obviously. I mean, all of these book reviews that I do are always, it's all in my opinion, but I feel the need to emphasize that this does not rise to that great level that I know Wrath is capable of. And one can't expect every author's book to be a home run. And as I said, it's 3 out of 5. I liked it. It's more than, and again, this is always based on Goodreads rating, what their stars say. 2 stars would be it was okay. I enjoyed it more than that. I liked it, so that's 3 stars. I can't go as high as 4, which is I really liked it, because it's just missing something. There's something missing from the overall narrative that keeps it, for me, from bumping up to that next star. So, The Bug Collector, Wrath James White, 3 out of 4 stars. If you're a Wrath James White completist, of course you're going to pick this up anyway. If you want to see how incredibly disgusting something can be, pick it up. If you want to know what a bug collector is, and you have a strong stomach, pick it up. This isn't the type of book that's for everybody. I think there's a niche audience for something like this. And hopefully it will find its audience. I want Wrath to have, all the success that he can, because I'm a huge, huge fan. The Resurrectionist, one of my favorite books of all time, one of my favorite horror novels of all time. Absolutely love, love, love that book. And as I said, not everything he writes can be at that level, but this was, I mean, enjoyable is such a weird word to use for a book like this, but I enjoyed reading it. I liked it. And do we have the cover artist here? Christy Aldridge. Oh yeah, Christy does great work. And as grotesque as that cover looks, it's actually, I think, because of the color palette that was used, I think it's a very nice cover. I really dig that. So there you go. I don't know what else I can say about it. I don't want to give away anything. As always, I hate having spoilers. So yeah. Do I have a question for this video? We've already talked about extreme stuff in a video not too long ago. So, how about, have you read any Wrath James White? If so, what's your favorite? If not, is there a reason you haven't read his stuff? yeah, let's just talk Wrath James White down in the comments. I was introduced to Wrath because of Edward Lee. When I discovered Edward Lee, I started looking for all the Edward Lee stuff that I could find, and at a half-price books, I found a book, The Teratologist, that was co-written, Edward Lee and Wrath James White. Loved that book, so started looking for all the Wrath James White I could find. He didn't have that much at the time. Started grabbing everything, and then The Resurrectionist came out from Leisure Books, and I absolutely loved it, as I've said. Fantastic book. I actually gave away, I bought I think it's a limited edition of The Resurrectionist, and I gave away my Leisure copy to someone who I wanted to read it. And now I think there's an author's preferred edition that's out now, which I'd like to pick up and read. And it's been made into a movie, which I thought was enjoyable enough. Not as extreme as the book, but still. Wrath stuff. I don't know that I've read anything that I would rate under 3 stars. Definitely a lot of 4s and some 5s in there. If I had been doing reviews when I read The Resurrectionist, it would have been a 6 out of 5. So yeah, and there are some Wrath books that I do not have, just because things fall through the cracks. His son has just published a book. I'm definitely gonna have to pick that up and read it. And there's a book that Wrath co-authored with his son. I don't have that one yet. He's got poetry that I very much enjoy. I'm a huge Wrath James White fan, and I have plenty that I haven't even read yet. But let me know your thoughts on Wrath James White in the comments below. If you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. Try to be polite here at the Low Budget Review Show. Please like, share, and subscribe, all the usual YouTube stuff. If you care to follow me on other social media, I'll have links for my Instagram and Bluesky in the description below. And that's all I've got. This has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith. And until next time, read more books.